Hans Wilsdorf was just a young boy in Germany when tragedy struck. He lost both parents before he even turned 12. Alone in the world, he was sent to live with relatives who had little to offer him. Many thought his future would be bleak, but Hans carried something no one could take away, an unshakable dream. He loved precision, tiny gears, and the way timepieces ticked. At night, while others slept, he would sketch designs of watches that only existed in his imagination. Deep down, Hans believed he could build something the world had never seen before. He had no family name to lean on, no wealth to support him, but he had determination. And that was enough to begin his journey. In his teenage years, Hans moved to Switzerland, the heart of watchmaking. He worked as an apprentice at a watch export company, learning the business inside out. But Hans wasn't satisfied. The watches of his time were bulky pocket watches, inelegant and inconvenient. He wanted to create a wristwatch that was not only stylish but also precise and reliable, something people could trust with their lives. In 1905, with nothing but savings and default text ambition, Hans founded a small company in London dedicated to importing Swiss watch movements. He called his vision simple: make wristwatches respected, trusted, and admired. People laughed at him. Wristwatches are for women, they said. But Hans was about to prove them all wrong. Hans wanted his brand to sound strong, universal, and unforgettable. After countless attempts, one day while riding on a horse-drawn carriage, the name Rolex came to him. Short, sharp, and elegant, just like the watches he wanted to create. Rolex was born. But Hans faced challenge after challenge. Watchmakers mocked him. Investors doubted him. Yet, with persistence, he crafted a wristwatch that not only looked beautiful but could withstand daily life. He insisted on accuracy, so strict that Rolex became the first wristwatch to earn a Swiss certificate of chronometric precision. Suddenly, people started to take him seriously. The orphan boy with no family name had created a brand that was rewriting history. Hans wasn't done. He wanted Rolex to stand for innovation. In 1926, he introduced the Rolex Oyster, the world's first waterproof wristwatch. To prove its power, he gave one to a young woman who swam across the English Channel. It survived the entire journey, ticking perfectly. The world was stunned. Rolex was no longer just a watch. It was a symbol of durability, precision, and prestige. Pilots, explorers, and athletes wore Rolex to prove themselves. Soon, owning a Rolex became a sign of success, ambition, and excellence. From boardrooms to battlefields, Rolex watches were transforming how people viewed luxury. Hans Wilsdorf never forgot his beginnings. Though he built one of the most powerful luxury brands in history, he lived a humble life, driven by passion, not greed. When his beloved wife died, leaving him with no children, Hans made a decision that stunned the world. He donated all his Rolex shares to a foundation dedicated to charity, education, and science. To this day, the Rolex Foundation ensures that the brand's profits help the world, not just enrich owners. The boy with no family had created not only the world's most famous luxury watch, but also a legacy of giving. Rolex was more than a brand. It was proof that even from nothing, greatness can be built.